What's good, y'all? Today we're going to go over another one of the new features added to franchise mode in Madden 17, which will be big decisions. And this video was sponsored by EA Sports, who covered our accommodations to bring you these videos where we could discuss and show these new features to you. Being a coach means making a lot of important decisions, ranging from injuries, sign-ins, and how to spend the XP on the players you just got. Every decision you make will influence how your team will function. In Madden 17, big decisions will force you to approach different aspects of your team week in and week out. Before signing players, before messing with your roster, before your first training session, the first big decision you face is to set a season goal. Unlike previous Maddens where the season goal will be predetermined, you can now set your own season goals this year. You can choose whether to go for broke and set up these crazy season goals in hopes of earning more XP, or you can lean more towards the safe side. Do you force your most important player to fight through an injury and risk them aggravating it, or do you rest him for a few games or rely on that 65 rated backup you picked up in free agency? These are the questions many coaches have had to answer during the season, and you are no exception. After coming back from an injury, players will take some time until they are fully healthy. It's your choice whether to play them immediately or take extra precautions and give that playing time to your backup. In game, there are new banners that highlight injured players, helping you to manage them. You get to see how your team fares with and without that player with a nice comparison banner. The new acquisition menu makes it easier to pick up free agents and trade players. From this menu, you will be able to compare the guy you want in free agent with the guys already on your team. Position grades allow you to identify your weakest points quickly and immediately identify the players who could improve it. The commentators will even give a shout out to a new player on your team if he does something impressive on the field. Players with less than a year left on their contract can now be re-signed in the new menu. Any information you might need is at your disposal, allowing you to make the most informed decision. Contract negotiations can be scary. A lowball offer might force the player to ignore you altogether and try his luck in free agency, while players with limited playing time are now a lot more hesitant to sign a cheap deal until they've had a chance to prove themselves. Every game and every training session earns your players experience points. Completing game goals, drive goals, fantasy goals, season goals, and career goals earns XP too, and it's up to you what trait you spend it on. After each game, it will be easy to see who earned the most XP, and when the player has at least 3 key position-specific ratings available for upgrade, it will show in the recommended list. From there, you can choose which ratings to upgrade. When you play as a coach, you can earn XP too, and you'll be able to make upgrades with ease. In the preseason, when you're deciding who to keep and who to cut, your coaches will give their input based on the player's skill and depth at that position, allowing you to quickly make decisions and get your team ready for the upcoming season. And in the offseason, as you attempt to improve your roster through free agency, you will have easy access to your depth chart so you can make the right decisions. You will also now receive feedback from potential targets on how they view your contract, allowing you to readjust accordingly. Just like real-life free agency, top-rated players will now sign early instead of the last week, leaving teams scrapping over the lower tier of players. Alright guys, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for another vid as we go over Madden 17's newest franchise features. Be good, y'all.